Hey everybody, I want to ask you a question. What are the goals that you have for your job search? No, it's not just the one about getting a job. We all get that. But what are the goals that you're setting on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to help achieve that main goal? Well, today we're going to talk about 3 different types of goals that you can use to make sure that you're putting the best foot forward and getting the best in your job search. But before we get into that, I want you to go ahead and download the free resource below and get information on how to start your job search and how to stand out in a crowded job market. Not only that, but I've launched a Make Your Mark challenge, which is a 14-day challenge that's going to help you really get into a new job search mentality. And there's information in a link below as well. So let's talk about goal setting in a job search. First, there are 3 different types of goals I want you to understand. The first one is that main goal. And yes, you can talk about it being to get a job, but if you've heard about any kind of goal setting information, there's a thing called a SMART goal. You got to make sure it's specific. You have to make sure it's measurable. You have to make sure that it's accurate. You have to make sure it's relevant, and then you have to make sure that it's time bound. So using the SMART method, go back and look at your job goal. So your job goal isn't just to get a job, but maybe it's to get an accounting job in 3 months at a Fortune 500 company. Or maybe it's, I want to get that, business analyst job with the small startup in Silicon Valley by the end of the year. So make sure that you're putting really specific information into that main goal so you can get the best out of it. And then you can truly start measuring how you're getting that. And how do you measure? Well, that's where a sub goal comes in, and that's the tip number 2. A sub goal is going to allow you the opportunity to get in and start creating activities that will allow you to measure your success to your job search. So you might have quarterly goals, you may have monthly goals, or you may even do it weekly goals. Weekly goals that I used to use in a job search was how many people was I connecting with on LinkedIn. I had a goal of how many people I wanted to connect with. So when I did that, I could measure what was my success during that week. Did I put a lot of effort in and get above that goal? Or did I not do as much that week because there were so many other things going on? Or maybe I just wasn't feeling it. That's an opportunity for you to start measuring where you are and doing the activities. Because I hate to tell you this, but in a job search, you're a salesperson. And if you're not a big fan of doing sales, then this is going to feel miserable for you. But I promise you, you're going to be able to get through it. But you have to understand the nuances behind what you need to do to get where you need to be. The third thing that I want to talk about is a learning goal. Now, what a learning goal does is it really helps you with the key aspects of staying informed in your market or your niche. It's also, if there's new things that you do need to learn. So if you're moving from one type of industry to another, what are the industry terms or the jargon? What are the things that you're going to need to know in regards to companies that you're researching, things like that. So put together weekly, monthly research and learning goals as well. And I think those will help you along the way and start forming better habits for you. Other learning goals that I used to use outside of just researching companies, getting understanding of the company culture, I would subscribe to all kinds of email campaigns in regards to recruiting, HR, things like that. I would also use that information to better understand where I needed to be in the market that we were specifically in back in 2008. Another thing that I would always also put in from a learning goal perspective was research where networking events were happening or the networking groups that were out there. Because not only was I was trying to obviously find a job for myself, but I truly wanted to help others, just like I'm doing right now. So again, I've got that free resource below. Make sure you get that. It's going to give you some tips on how to stand out in the job market. And make sure you take a look at the Make Your Mark challenge. If you're struggling with how to get started in a job search or you feel stuck, that program is going to be great for you. Look at the information on that. But until next time, make sure you build a better job search and make your mark on today.